Determined that when I get married, I will know whether touch is the list of all of my love languages. But so far, that is how I see it. And gracefully, I took a quiz on the love languages tool. Okay, the test tool, and I fell in place in that very order.
But you love me anyway. Hey, you love me anyway. What did I do to deserve your love?
So I'm going to share with you what I have in my letter here, and we'll take it from there. Alright, so it says that's a lot of people, the 50 million people who have had the online assessment tool to test their love languages. There have been 15 million people and over in the last 11 years. So unfortunately though, that's why some people stop. They're missing out on so much more. After they've discovered their love languages, they stop. They don't continue with any further program, and so they miss out on so much more. The real power of the love languages comes when we mutually share our results with the people we love the most in the world. Our spouses, our fiancés, our children, our family members, our friends, and others. And they begin to genuinely and consistently express love to us in our language, and we also begin to share or express our love to them in their own language. So once I have discovered mine, there is a need for me to help others discover their own. And whilst I've shared my results, they will also share their results, and I'll understand what your scope of love is, okay, or means to you, and what my scope of love is or means to me. So that is it. So you try the online assessment tool at 5lovelanguages.com, then you share your results, and then you encourage or admonish others to also take the quiz up, and then they can also tell you their results, and then it will help both of you, most especially in relationships, the spousal relationship, or relationships that are heading towards marriage, your fiance or your fiance, the family members, your friends that you're that close with. You know, those people who, when they ignore you, you know it's gonna hurt you. Those people that matter to you, share it with them, and then let them also take up the quiz and share their results with you, so that you can be working from both angles for the benefit. So discovering your primary love language might help you better understand yourself, but ultimately, outside of relationship, that understanding won't do you much good. Let's see how true that is. I've discovered mine to be words of affirmation, and it helps me better understand myself. So sometimes when I feel hurt by what people said, I'm like, no, it is me, it is not them. It is that aspect of me that loves to break words down, that is munching, that is trying to find offenses within the words. So it has helped me really forgive people quickly. And then ultimately, outside of our relationships, at the work, at play, at home, at school, with our family, with our husbands, our wives, our fiancés, all of that understanding outside of these relationships that I just mentioned will not do us much good. They'll do us some good, but not that much. Why? Every day people share with me, according to Dr Gary Chapman, that's what he's saying. Every day people share with me how powerful the 5 love languages have been in their lives, how they've improved, how they have strengthened and even saved relationships with loved ones using this concept. The exciting thing is these situations are not anomalies. Their story can be your story, and you just have to take the next step. The first step is take the quiz and exchange your results. If you haven't yet taken the quiz, I encourage you to do so right now. Share your results with your loved ones and invite them to also take the quiz so you can begin loving them in their language. When you do, you very quickly sense the atmosphere beginning to shift positively toward a more intimate and closer connection. Step 2 means get the book. You need to get this book, the 5 love languages. Do I have the hard copy? I think I read it online. Okay, and I have other books from Dr. Gary Chapman. What I wish I knew before I got married, I got it from a friend. I have the hard copy of that as well. So you can get the book. Why should you get the book? Because not only will you get a better, more thorough understanding of each of the languages and how they work in various relationships. Okay, but you'll also learn some critical components that the quiz alone does not tell you. Things like what love really is. What's going on when you just don't feel it anymore? So we learn that love grows. But we realize that, especially in relationships like marriages and the ones that are leading to spousal relationships, we realize that at a point you don't feel the butterflies anymore. You don't feel the chills and all of those lovely moments, and there's no turning in your tummy or in your heart anymore. What are the causes of those things? Because human beings naturally get tired of each other. That is basically the first fact. And so, because we get tired, we have to work things out. Even Bible says that we should work out our salvation with fear and trembling. That one is a gift, but we have a duty to kind of protect it. That is another topic for another discussion, but this is what it says. And so, when you just don't feel it anymore, when you really don't feel any sensation, can you say that the love is gone or the love is dead or the love is sleeping or something? Love is work. Love is work. Love is a lot of work. Relationship and marriage is a lot of work. You just have to put your mind to it that I'm going to make it work and it will work. And so you do the things that will spice it up every blessed day. It is a decision. Love is a commitment. It's a decision. It is not a feeling. I've decided that this is the person I'm going to love, for better, for worse. Okay, in life and in death, in sickness and in health, until death do us part. That is it. So it is a decision. It is not about your feelings. Each of the 5 love languages have different dialects. The love languages aren't cookie cutter, and what may be preferred by one may not be preferred by another. Let's say with words of affirmation, dialects. Okay, acts of service has dialects. That is the different ways that we communicate those words. So until you get to know somebody's dialect, you might be communicating in the love language, but it will be in a wrong order. There is a shadow side to each of the love languages, and they could be sabotaging a relationship or parenting. So it is true and encouraging stories from people who are on the verge of losing their relationships, and how the 5 love languages change everything for them. That is helping us also to correct some of our errors that we have already committed, or to alleviate the errors that we are likely to commit in the next phases or in the future time of all of the relationships that we have. So, as everything has got the pros, they have got their cons as well, and they might tear your relationship apart. And so you have to every day and every season constantly check yourself up, constantly do a review of how far you've gone with your love language. And then question number 9, so you tell someone, if you've already taken the quiz and they write the 5 love languages, then you know how much it can help people. Tell someone about the book, or better yet, gift them a copy for Valentine's Day. You see, there's nothing quite like sharing the 5 love languages with others and seeing how positively it affects their marriage, parenting, and in other relationships. Okay, and loving and being loved well takes time. It takes effort. and then intentionality. So you have to have the time and intentionally put in efforts. Then you take the next steps today. Tell someone about the love languages and discover the secrets to love that lasts. Warmly, Dr. Gary Chapman, I always say Gary, Dr. Gary Chapman, author of the 5 Love Languages, discover the love languages at 5lovelanguages.com, and then be on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or the 5 Love Languages group on Facebook. The book is online. You can click in the link and get it in practicals. Please speaking those were suggestions for the speaking the 5 Love Languages. We've been married 42 years and have always started and ended each day with a hug and I love you. Okay, so this is for the words of affirmation people. Hey people, so you can practice words of affirmation by hugging everyone. This one also has to do with touch. Hug everyone and tell him I love you, and it's gonna make your day. Especially when both of you are words of affirmation people, and people who love such hardly break people's heart. They hardly say bad things about people. They hardly want to bring someone down. They always want to speak positive words so that people can feel good about themselves. Acts of service throughout the year. And then there's one thing before I go into acts of service about the words of affirmation. If you are not careful, you might be looking for affirmation in all of the wrong places. Like you want to hear good things being spoken about you by everybody and even your enemies. No, it doesn't work that way. The world doesn't revolve in that manner. So if you're not careful, you might be seeking validation. That is the word from people. No, I have, by God's grace, known how to invest this kind of love language that I have. I love to read God's word. I love to listen to what God is saying. I love to meditate on God's word, and because naturally I break down words, I break God's word down, and it breaks me and it allows God to do what He wants to do. And so it will help even in your relationship with God. Check it out. You will know after taking the test on the 5lovelanguages.com that God communicates with you through your love language, and that is mine. He uses words to blow my mind all the time. Yeah, and then acts of service throughout the year, but especially during winter month, I keep my wife's car filled with gas. I always remember to clear out the rear camera when she gets in the car and starts it and sees the full tank and a clear view for backing out of the garage. She knows I love her and want her safe. That is the woman's definition of what love is. Acts of service, when you do stuff for people, you're like, oh, that's so caring, he's so caring, she's so caring. That's it. And then the gifts of gifts. Since we can be together every day, I got her a towel warmer to give her a warm hug. When I can, she even use it to warm her PJs before bed. So that is like how he has used gifts for a wife who seems obviously far away from him. And quality time, I'm often moving around doing various tasks, but I'll make a point to him and watch at least one show we both enjoy so we can laugh together and share the experience. So that is it, being together, that is all that matters about quality time. Find something, sometimes it is not even in your interest, those things, you don't really enjoy them, but because you want to spend time with the one you love, you have to sacrifice and then do it for them. And you're not doing it for them actually, you're doing it for yourself, because you get to spend time with them. Sometimes you cannot get them off what they are doing to come to your end or join you or stop and probably come have time with you. So just, you can't beat them, join them like they say, join them and you have your quality time need fulfilled. Then you have a physical church, no matter what mood, that was Christine in quality time, and now Danielle says that no matter what mood we're in or the type of day we had, when we go to bed, we always hold hands to fall asleep. This keeps us connected in such a loving way. This works really on them psychologically, I guess. Holding the hands of the one you love, even if nothing that's able to go on, just hold hands. That is it. So that has been the letter for Dr. Gary Chapman today. Rebuilding relationships. We want to build our relationships to glorify God and for the peace of mind that we have, for the sake of the seed that we want to bring out for God. God bless you and have a wonderful day. Bye.
La 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 la.